In this video, we will show you how to replace your front door outside door handle on this Ford F-150. This will be mounted to your front door. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. We're going to have to remove the front door panel. To do that, let's start up on the top corner here on this trim piece. To remove this, I'm going to be using a plastic trim tool and we'll gently pry it out of place. There we are. Just a quick inspection along the back side there. You can see all those locking tabs. We'll set that aside. Behind that trim panel, along the top of the door panel, you're going to find a 7mm mounting bolt. Inspect your hardware as you remove it, replace as necessary. Let's move along to our window switch. To dislodge the window switch, we're going to use a small pocket screwdriver and carefully start prying it up. This has several locking tabs. Now continuing from there, we're going to disconnect the window switch from its wiring harness. The wiring harness itself has a small locking tab. You just want to go ahead and press that in and disconnect this. A quick inspection on each side for corrosion. We'll set the window switch aside. As you move below that, you're going to find your door lock switch. We'll disconnect that once the door panel is dislodged. So you want to keep in mind there is wiring along the back side. Let's make our way to the grab handle. We're going to remove the plastic trim panel. For this, once again, I'm just using a small pocket screwdriver. I'm going to make my way in this area and gently start prying it out and away from the door panel. Once it starts to separate, we'll just continue on down the line here, removing it from the door. There we are. We'll just pull that out of place. Along the back side, you will have several locking tabs. We'll just pay close attention to those. Those look good. You have this one hooked area. That hooked area is going to go behind this area right where your armrest is. We'll set that aside. Continuing on, you have two 7mm mounting bolts. You find one in this port here, and the other one's just behind this area close to the armrest. Now we're moving just below the grab handle. You're going to find a small plastic panel here. It has a couple locking tabs. We're going to gently pry from the top, pulling it downward and removing it. Behind there, there's two more 7mm mounting bolts. You can use a pick, small screwdriver, whatever you need to get in this area. There's those locking tabs. Along the bottom, you have these small locating ears. Those will fit into their corresponding slots. And there's our two mounting bolts. Now we're moving to the bottom of the door panel. You're going to find two more 7mm headed mounting bolts. Get the other one right over here. Now we're going to start dislodging the door panel from the door itself using a plastic trim tool. You want to try to make your way in between the door panel and the door. We're using plastic so we don't scratch up our paint. It can be a little bit difficult getting behind here initially. There we are. Going to start separating this now. Make our way all the way across the bottom area. Up the sides. Now, as we start pulling this away, there's going to be a couple things that we want to pay attention to. First thing is up at the door lock knob here, we'll have to carefully pull the door panel up enough that it makes its way out through its mounting port. But once you do start pulling this away, you also have your inner door handle cable, and you also have the wiring harness for your door lock switch. Just a quick inspection of that cable. Now we have our electrical wiring harness here. We have one locking tab right where my thumb is. Go ahead and press that in. Quick inspection for corrosion. Remove the door panel. Continuing on with the door panel out of the way, we're going to remove our vapor barrier from the area. The vapor barrier itself is clear. You can see through it, but you do see this black line making its way all the way around. That's the adhesive holding it in place. It looks as though ours has already been dislodged. When I go to put this in, I'm going to try to make sure that everything's sealed. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and carefully pull this out of place. You don't want to get this on your clothing. It can cause issues. Now with the vapor barrier removed, we'll make our way inside the large port. We can see our window regulator, and we can see the inside of our outside door handle. Inside of this area, there's going to be two 10mm mounting nuts for us to remove. One right here, and one's located just above it, right there. I'm going to start with the upper one. That's the harder one to gain access to here. Just a quick inspection of the mounting hardware, of course. We'll set that aside, continue on to the next one. Now we can make our way out from inside the door into where the door jamb would be. You should find that you have a small rubber plug. We're going to carefully remove that. I'm just using a small pocket screwdriver. If you were to look inside there, you're going to find a 10mm headed mounting bolt. We can remove that. Make your way to the outside of the door. We're going to take hold of the door handle. We'll have to pull it out of place, but if you were looking along the rearward side where the door lock would be, there's a small hook that makes its way behind the door. So we're going to start by pulling the forward side out a little bit. Behind the door, you're going to find that you have one cable and you also have a rod for the lock. Start pulling this out. There's that area that goes behind the door. Just make our way right in between these two ears, gently pry, pull that rod right out of there. Now we're going to gain focus on where the cable goes through the handle itself. This white rectangle right here is actually a locking clip. Go ahead and take hold of that and pull it straight out and away. Quick inspection, you will be reusing that. Now if you were to look right where we just took that white locking tab out of, you're going to be able to see the cable where it makes its way through the door handle. The cable actually has two small locking ears that you want to try to squeeze together towards the cable, and then you should be able to pull that out of place, pulling it straight rearward, and bring the metal portion of the cable up and through this slot. Just use some pliers for this. Continuing on from there, we're going to take the metal portion of the cable and bring it out and through this slot as well. Just go ahead and pivot the handle as necessary. Slide it right on out of there. A quick inspection of your cable, confirming it's still in good, reusable condition. Now we can get this over to the bench to remove our lock cylinder. Looking along the back side of the handle, there's going to be 3 locking tabs. We'll start with the first 2. There's one located right down here. You want to gently pry that away from the lock cylinder. While prying that away, we'll start rocking this, twisting it counterclockwise. While holding some pressure, continue on to the second locking tab right here. At that point, this will continue pivoting counterclockwise until it stops, and we'll have to make our way to the last mounting tab. There's one right there. All right, so that actually just moved just by pushing the one, but typically you just want to hold pressure, pull on the other one there. Now you can see that this does move around, but generally it won't slide fully out of place until you make your way right down behind this area. Here's our third locking tab. You just want to go ahead and try to press that away. While holding light pressure, go ahead and take hold of that lock cylinder and slide this up and out of here. A quick inspection will clean this up and set it aside. There it is, friend. Okay, let's prepare our door handle for installation. We'll make our way along the back side, starting with that door lock cylinder directly inside of its mounting port. Now looking at the door lock cylinder, you'll find 3 mounting tabs. You have one here, one over here, and the small one right here. The small one is for that third locking tab right in this area, so we'll just go ahead and start lining this up. It should want to drop straight into position. Continue on turning this clockwise until you hear a click from each one of these 2 locking ears, and then we'll confirm the third one as well, just by prying that in if necessary. I heard an audible click from both of those. Go ahead and give that a little tug. It should be able to move around a little bit, but definitely not twist counterclockwise and fall out of position. Now let's just double check that third locking tab to confirm it's properly secured as well. Just press that right in there. Let's get this over to the vehicle. Starting along the back side, we have to install the cable. For that cable, it's going to go through the slot right here. We'll bring it around, bring it right down through here, and then lock it in. Press it in, listen for a click from each of those 2 ears. Go ahead and give it a little wiggle, confirming it's properly secured. Now it's time for that white locking clip. As far as the white locking clip, you can see that you have a wider area and a thinner area. We'll make sure we have the thinner area facing towards where the metal aspect of the cable is, and the wider area is going to go around the rest of the cable. Listen for a click, give it a tug. Now let's bring this over to the rod. We're going to slide the rod right inside this plastic clip. Listen for a click. Go ahead and give it a wiggle. It should not slide out of place. Now we can start bringing this into position in the door. We're going to start with this area first. This will go behind the door. Then we're going to swing the rest of it in, aligning the mounting studs with their ports on the door itself. We'll make our way in here. We have our 10mm headed mounting bolt. We're only starting this in. We are not tightening it yet. Now we're inside the door. It's time for the 2 10mm headed mounting nuts. Now that we started in all the mounting hardware, let's start by tightening the mounting bolt. Protect the area. Now that we've finished tightening that bolt, let's make our way into those inner mounting nuts. Okay, right there is bottomed out. Just take it a tiny bit further here, confirming it's properly tight. We'll make our way up to the next one. That one's tight as well. Before we make our way out of here, let's just have a quick look at the cable. There is a small mounting bracket that the cable should make its way through. Let's go ahead and pivot that in there. Now we can reinstall our vapor barrier in the proper space here. Just go ahead and line it up, press it in. Just make sure it's sealed all the way around. Now it's time to install the door panel. Along the sides, you're going to find that you have locating tabs and several push tabs to lock everything in. That makes its way all the way around. Aside from that, we also have the area for the door lock switch. And in the center of the door panel, you have the area for the inside door handle. This is where that cable is going to come up and through. Let's start bringing this close to being in position here. We're going to start with the door lock switch. It's a little bit difficult to get the door panel up close enough. Press it in, listen for a click. We'll make sure that we can gain access to this wiring harness. This is for the window switch. Now let's make our way to the inside door handle cable. As for this, we're going to have to come in at an angle starting with the top area first and then roll it into place down along the bottom area. Press it in, listen for a click. We'll just give that a little tug, making sure it's properly secured. If it comes loose, the inside door handle may not function properly. Let's make sure we have the cable going underneath this area. Now we can start bringing the door panel up close to the door. We're going to have to come up nice and high so we can get it over this ridge and over the door lock knob. Just try to help that get into the port. Can be a little bit difficult getting it aligned. As you start bringing the door panel down along the top, we want to have the bottom pulled out and away. We'll just set the whole top in, making our way all the way across, pressing it down. Now we'll start paying attention along each side. We're looking for where those locking clips line up with their ports on the door. Once everything's aligned, you can continue on pressing it in. We'll just tap that in all the way around. Quick confirmation all the way around, making sure we're perfectly secured here. That feels good. Let's move along to our mounting hardware. I'm going to start with the lower mounting hardware here. Let's get that in line. Making our way up, we're going to start just below that grab handle. We have our two 7mm mounting bolts. Go ahead and start in each of those and we'll snug them up. Install your protective cover, starting from the bottom with those locating tabs, roll it in along the top for the two locking tabs. Let's move up to the grab handle. Start in these mounting bolts as well. Let's install our protective cover. We're going to start with this area right along here and we'll roll it in, locking in all of our locking tabs into their corresponding ports. A couple light taps, confirm it's secure. Now we're making our way up to the upper corner. It's time for the trim panel. We have our locking tabs. We'll make sure those are aligned with their corresponding ports. Press it in. Now it's time for our window switch. Start with the electrical connector, press it in, listen for a click, a light tug. Continuing on, we have that one tab that will slide underneath the door panel. Other than that, we have several locking tabs that will press right in. Just double check, make sure that's secure. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.